Hello dear children, welcome to your chemistry class. In our previous class we have seen the classification of matter into elements, compounds and mixtures. We have also seen what is an atom and what are the various constituents of an atom. So today let us begin with the topic occurrence of elements. There are various elements that are present in the universe including hydrogen, helium, oxygen, neon, nitrogen and carbon. Out of which hydrogen and helium are the most abundant elements that are present in the universe, while oxygen, neon, nitrogen and carbon are present in less abundance. There are various elements that are present in the Earth's crust, that is the outermost layer of Earth, which include oxygen, silicon, aluminium, iron, calcium and other elements like sodium, potassium and magnesium. Out of which 46.1% of the Earth's crust is covered by oxygen, 28.2% by silicon, 8.3% of aluminium, 5.6% of iron, 3.1% of calcium and 0.5% approximately of all these other elements. Elements are also present in the atmosphere, and these elements include nitrogen, oxygen and argon. There are various other gases also that are present in the atmosphere. They are carbon dioxide, noble gases like helium, neon and argon, and other gases like carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, etc. 78% of the Earth's atmosphere is covered by the element nitrogen, while 21% of oxygen is present, 0.9% of argon, and a very minute percentage of all these other gases, while 0.03% of carbon dioxide, 0.9% of argon, and a very minute percentage of helium and neon, and other gases like carbon monoxide and sulfur dioxide are present in very less percentage. 93 to 95% of the atoms of human body is made up of 5 main elements, that is oxygen, carbon, calcium, hydrogen and nitrogen, out of which 65% of the human body is made up of oxygen, 18% is made up of the element carbon, 1.5% is made up of the element calcium, 9% of hydrogen and 3% of nitrogen. We have already seen the classification of matter in our previous class. Matter is classified broadly as pure substances and impure substances. Pure substances are again classified as elements and compounds, and impure substances are classified as homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. We have already studied what are elements, compounds, homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures in our previous class. So today we will look at the classification of elements. That is, elements are further classified as metals, non-metals, metalloids and noble gases. We will begin with an understanding of what are metals and non-metals. In order to know whether an element is a metal or a non-metal, we need to know few of the properties of metals and non-metals. The first one is state of the element. Most of the metals will exist as solids at room temperature, while non-metals will generally exist as gases, liquids or soft solids at room temperature. Metals generally have luster, or in other words, they shine, while non-metals do not have luster. You can see an example of a metal here. This is the metal gold, which has got a shiny appearance. While the non-metal sulfur, as you can see in the picture here, do not have a shiny appearance or they do not have luster. Metals are generally malleable, while non-metals are non-malleable. Malleability is the property wherein an element can be converted into sheets when it is beaten. So this is an example of the metal aluminium. While aluminium, when it is beaten, it can be converted into sheets of aluminium. While this is an example of non-metal, that is carbon. When it is beaten, it is not converted into sheet but rather forms powder. The next property is ductility. Ductility is the property wherein an element can be drawn into wires. So metals are ductile while non-metals are non-ductile. This is the element copper, which is a metal. We have seen that metals are ductile. As you can see, copper wires can be drawn from the metal copper. While non-metals are non-ductile, this is an example of the non-metal, that is phosphorus. It cannot be drawn into wires. Metals are generally good conductors of heat and electricity, while non-metals are poor conductors of heat and electricity. Metals have got a high melting and boiling point, while non-metals have low melting and boiling point. Generally, metals have high density, while non-metals have low density. So these are the various properties of metals and non-metals, which will help us to find out whether an element is a metal or non-metal. Now the next classification of elements includes metalloids and noble gases. What are these metalloids? Metalloids are those elements which show the properties of both metals and non-metals. As you can see in the periodic table here, the metalloids are boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium and astatine. See, these are the metalloids that are present. As you can see the picture of metalloids here: boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony and tellurium. Now what are noble gases? They are highly stable and so they are unreactive or they are chemically inert. Noble gases are present in traces in the air. Noble gases are otherwise known as rare gases. I hope that you all would have seen these type of balloons which can fly high in the sky. Yes, helium is the gas that is used in order to fill these type of balloons. Helium is one of the noble gases, and other noble gases that are present are neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon.